All right, so here is a cylinder tank I wanted to share with you guys. And I just want some ideas. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. What should we add to the aquarium? We already have two firefish. We have a coral beauty, and he does nip on coral. We have a green spotted puffer. Now, the reason why the green spotted puffer is in here because, let me start from the beginning. This tank used to, we took it over about 6 months ago. And when we took it over, the reason why we took it over is because it was kind of neglected from the previous service company, and there was fish disease in here. And a lot of the fish died during that time. So we took it over, we restarted the tank, left it fallow, and dosed it with hydrogen peroxide. And now it's up and running good again. But they used to have a really pretty, I think it was a dog-faced puffer in here. He was huge, way too big for this tank. And unfortunately it passed away. But they loved the puffer and they wanted another puffer desperately. So I found that this green spotted puffer would probably work a little bit more appropriately for this size aquarium. And this thing fits the tank better, and he has more room, and they love him, and he's got good color on him. And yeah, that way they get their puffer, and the puffer has more room, and we're not getting one of those big puffers that are eventually going to outgrow the tank. Now, with that said, we have a blue hippo tang, and I think we have 3 bar gobies in here, which are hiding right now. 2 clowns in the back. But I'm looking for some ideas. Now, I just turned the lights on just so we can see the tank. But we have a toadstool, we have some waving hand amphilia, we have some leather corals, we have some GSP over there. But I want to add some more stuff. So what do you guys think we should add to this tank? Oh, there's the bar gobies right there. There's 3 total of them. And there's some other stuff in here too, like striped blennies and stuff, which everybody's hiding. Yellow tang. But I'd like to hear from you guys. What type of fish, what type of coral should we put in here? Keep in mind, the coral beauty will net that probably most LPS. But what kind of cool things do you think we should put in here? Should we do anemones? Would anemones be really cool? Maybe some bubble tip anemones, make this an anemone and softy tank. Love to hear from you guys. And also, what type of fish would be good in this tank? What type of fish do you think would be look good in a cylinder aquarium? Yeah, put it down in the comments. And definitely would love to hear your thoughts on that. All right, there's some other things I have to do today. One is this little nano aquarium. I had just baited this about a week ago with a bristle worm trap, and I'm putting this bristle worm trap in every single week, and I'm taking it out today to see what we have inside of it, because this tank is just littered with bristle worms. As you can see, once we lifted the trap, there was a bunch of them in there. Now, I've been doing this for the past 3 weeks now, and just slowly trying to get as many bristle worms out as I possibly can, because it's just been a disaster. They're gross, they're nasty, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up this trap now, and you guys can get an idea of just how many are in here. So not as much as the first 2 times I set the trap, but still, this trap definitely works. Look at that. Look at those nasty little guys. Now I gotta be careful not to touch them, because they have these little bristles that stick in your fingers, and they're so gross. Just want to get them out of the aquarium, so when I work in here, I don't have to worry about them. And they're just becoming a nuisance. There's just way too many of them in here, so I'm going to continue to bait these traps. So I rebaited it. I got some clam in here. We're going to put this back inside. You can see the clam right there in the center piece. We're going to pop this sucker, the top back on. We're going to put it back into the fish tank. And I wish I could come here like the next day and get the trap out, because I know I'd catch so many more, but we're here once a week, and unfortunately we can't do that. So this little guy's floating back to the top. Let that air out. Yeah, so we're good to go. This tank is doing really, really good. Little nano tank, I love it. All right, today is the day our little frogfish is gonna be upgraded to his new aquarium. So this is a 10-gallon tank that he's in now, and we're going to be upgrading to a 20-gallon aquarium. So he's gonna have a lot more room, because he is growing fast. You can see I got the camera close to him, and he's thinking he's gonna get fed, so he's like creeping towards the camera. Not getting fed today, tomorrow once you're settled in. But yeah, so he's in this little 10-gallon tank. This is kind of a temporary setup, but it's just a little hang on the back filter. Very simple aquarium setup. I've already kind of took out most of the stuff in here and transferred the rock to his new home. And I'll break this tank down after we move him, and we will be done with this 10-gallon aquarium as a whole. But I'm gonna go ahead and catch him out of this tank. You can see him creeping up. He thinks he's gonna get fed. That's too funny. He is a pig, man. This guy just loves to eat, and he's grown so much. He's eating full-size silver sides. So, all right, I'm going to catch him out, and then I'm going to go ahead and put him in his aquarium. Look at our buddy. We named him Vagar after the dragon in Game of Thrones. So, Vagar, you're going to your new home. I hope you're ready. I know you want to eat, but we're not going to feed you today because you need to. This move is going to be stressful, so you're just going to be chilling. It's actually kind of nice because we're using his wanting to eat against him, so he's not going to try to hide from us. So we need to do this. I'm using a net, but I don't really like using nets to catch fish, and then we're going to put him in this container and transfer him downstairs. But if I don't get him the first time, it's going to make this very hard. So I get one go at it before he gets skittish. So I'm going to net him and put him into this Tupperware container as soon as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Oh, come on, bud. He's like, wait a minute, that's not food. Yeah, now he's upset. He's just gonna fall in there. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Look how big he is. He's just floating, pretending he's seaweed. Look at you, buddy. All right, let's do this quickly. Here we go, and boom. Right there. All right, he's in the container. Let's transfer him. And in we go to his new home. And let's see if he walks out here. Yeah, this is 10 more gallons than he had. Much more spacious for him. He'll probably, the way he's eating, probably gonna outgrow this tank in a matter of time. So there he goes, falling out. Just like a piece of seaweed, just gonna float. That's their defense. They just gotta try to blend in with their environment. It hasn't even been like 3 minutes and he's already got his angler out. So already like in a new home, thinking he's gonna get fed. Got his little angler out, which is crazy. That angler actually looks like a little fish, equipped with an eye spot and everything. It's amazing. I have a little fish in my nano aquarium. It looks just like that. All right, it's been a full 5 hours and he's chilling, still putting out his little angler, hungry, but I'm not gonna feed him for the simple fact that we just moved him today, and obviously he's adapting well to the aquarium if he's looking to eat, but it still makes me a little bit nervous. You know, anytime you move a fish to a new tank, it can cause stress. So I'm just gonna wait one more day before we feed Vagar. Just let him have a little bit of chance to chill. Now, as far as the aquarium goes, the tank looks like there's a bunch of rock in here and it looks a little jam-packed, but that's because I designed this aquarium for the needs of the anglerfish. This wasn't for me. This wasn't aesthetic, you know, pleasing for me. This wasn't like, you know, this was purely for this fish and how I think this fish will utilize this aquarium. Plenty of hidey holes. We got a little staircase that he can climb on to reach food. Although he's underneath it right now. Little caves and stuff so he can blend in and hide. Little outcrops right here where he can kind of hang out right here as they get close and eat. And then I have some random dead coral shells right here, which I'm gonna do something with later on. That bio ball is not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be in the bag. I'm gonna clean up the tank and get it looking good. I don't even have a light on here yet, so still a lot of work to do to this tank, but the tank is cycled. It's been about a month. It's fully cycled, ready to go. And I'll probably feed him tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow afternoon. But I cannot wait till this tank is like ready to start putting coral in, because we're gonna just load this thing with the most crazy coral I can possibly think of. Like I'm gonna go all out for this tank. I wanna try to make this thing look amazing. And there's so much rock in here that, like, look at that. We have so much space to put coral on. And it doesn't look like much now, but I guess we'll see what it looks like down in the future. Got a little green cyanobacteria, that's part of the cycle, no big deal, I ain't worried about that. As long as Vagar's happy, it's his tank, it's his home, that's all I care about. And he's looking like he's doing good. And I feel bad because I know he wants to eat, but we're not gonna do that today. So stay tuned if you wanna see how this tank ends up being. I'll probably start putting the first coral in this aquarium in about, I don't know, a week or so, something like that. Maybe some zoas. We'll start with some zoas. I don't want to make this a softy tank. I want to do mainly LPS, mainly encrusting LPS, chalices and Cephastria and leptos and things like that. I want a lot of bright colors in here, but I do want to do some zoas. So we'll probably start with zoas just to see how the tank reacts to that, but I don't even have a light on this tank yet, so that's something I gotta figure out. I have an AI prime. I think I'm probably gonna run 2 AI primes on this little 20-gallon nano ice cap tank, but this is where we're at right now. Vagar's happy. He's chilling down here. Lights are gonna go out, get some rest, and I'll feed him tomorrow. If you are interested to see how this tank ends up being, stay tuned, because I will have regular updates on everything going on here. And like I said, we're gonna move fast. We're gonna do some fun things here. So I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions of what we should do with this tank, and obviously the other ones that we saw previously in the video, let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.